Welcome to another monthly review. Just at the nick of time at the end of the month. What is up? I'm Justin.
Wait, I say what? Oh my. I don't know what to say now.
I just totally stole your intro.
How's it going? I'm Logan.
And together we're Couch Talk. Just rip it straight from you. Take that.
You threw me off. You caught me off guard.
It threw me off, to be honest. But anyway, we are reviewing One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
And we're doing it because we're preparing the second season that's going to be later this year. We went ahead doing that.
And who doesn't like some One Punch Man?
Exactly.
So, I mean, okay, well, to sum it up.
First, we're going to describe the episode, or what the show is. I'm going to do that by its plot. You have a man, Saitama, who one punches everything, and he's trying to find something he can't one punch.
Right.
That's the show.
It's pretty simple. A hero that just defeats everything in one punch.
That's the show. That's the plot.
And
you're all caught up if you haven't seen it.
Like, just hearing the summary, you're like, how can that be enjoyable? Like, how can someone just one-shotting everyone be enjoyable? But they do a damn good job making it enjoyable.
Yes, it is pure fun. Like we've been saying about, it's just straight up pure fun the whole time. Good humor, comedy, which is what you need if you're gonna have somebody one punching everyone.
Right. It even had good action, despite the one punch.
Yeah, so we got an action show. Like, first of all, one of the best action scenes is between Genos and Saitama, like for their training session or whatever. One of the best action scenes in any anime.
Right. Well, I think it handled the actual power thing super well, just in general, because you knew Saitama was super strong, but the way Genos was presented to be super duper strong, but since Saitama is so far ahead of him, it makes him look not as strong. But also each progressive villain did a good job of oh, is this gonna be the villain that gives him a challenge? Is this gonna be it? Is he finally gonna...
No. But yeah, the world that we have is a shit world to live in, to be honest. They're a few separated districts, basically. They're always being just wiped out by monsters that are invading this world, essentially. Sometimes they come from the ground, sometimes they come from space. They're fucking everybody up. And so they need heroes to protect everyone. And you got your hero association, which Saitama didn't really know about until Genos explains everything to him. That's where a lot of comedy comes in. When they go to finally become a hero. He was just going around killing all these monsters, not getting rewarded, acknowledged. Nobody knows who he is somehow.
Somehow, I don't know how. I guess it would be hard to believe, oh, I saw this guy just one punch this, 30-story monster. And
which actually does come a point, later in when he beats the
Sea King?
Yes, the Sea King, and everyone's like, oh, maybe those other heroes were just really weak. Because he was like a C rank at that time or something.
Right,
so.
Yeah, because it's divided...
by their ranks, so...
The rankings system, I will say, is pretty flawed. How you have to get to number 1, then get promoted to the last of the next rank, get to number 1, and then instead of being like, all right, maybe this guy should skip C, B, and A and just be S.
What's funny is when they go to actually do their test, Saitama, there's a written and a physical exam. Perfect and the physical, right? Sets records for every single category.
Right.
And then when it comes to the written test, probably got zeros on all of it.
He barely...
Whereas Genos did good everywhere, and that's why he got put into S rank. But Saitama technically should be number 1.
Right.
But he's not because he doesn't study.
Damn written test.
The damn written test. Exactly. It's an athlete for you. Joking. But so basically, breaks down this show when it comes to characters, just has great characters basically all around.
I love all the characters. I love all the villains. I love all the uniqueness. I love all the heroes. They're all enjoyable.
Yeah, they don't really have any weak characters
Yeah.
like you see in other shows. Like for me, the weakest would be Moomin Rider.
Moomin! How dare you say that? How dare you say that? He's the embodiment of a hero, Justin.
Justice Crash.
Just
and
because
he
he's
goes to fight.
trash as a like in skill wise doesn't mean he's not a good hero.
He's not a good hero.
He's the people's champ.
He is that. He is like he inspires you.
See?
That's what I know. I mean, like he's just out of all the other characters, like likability wise for me, he's just at the bottom. That doesn't mean I don't like him. He's just because they're all great characters.
I liked actually the one I don't like is the A rank number 1. Because he's an asshole. That's his character, is to be an asshole. That's why I don't like him.
Oh, the pretty boy.
Yeah.
Sweet mask. Yeah. Yeah, he is a bit of a dick. But he's
but he's meant to be
still,
a dick.
he's a great character for what his role is. Like, that's just how it is. And, you know, basically, if we were to move on to other points, animation, spot on.
Animation is amazing.
First of all, like, the action's just incredible.
All fight scenes are amazing. Like, straight up, they go all out every fight scene. And it's like, goddamn.
Very strong opening theme song, okay?
Opening is probably known as
punch!
Probably one of the best openings. So, animation, great. Music in general, including the opening, great.
Characters
are great.
And then plot, underwhelming. It's just a guy trying to learn not to one punch someone. Like, honestly, that's like the weakest points of the show. My story and plot.
I mean, there's not a ton of
not
substance.
Really a plot, and there's not really a story. It's just
there's not a ton of substance, but they do it well. Like,
for me, it's the fun aspect.
Right.
Is what matters.
They did it for fun.
And it's kind of like, I don't know, some people like to say it's like a parody, basically, of all the others. It's just like...
I could see that.
He does at one point, though, find someone that he doesn't kill in one punch.
Right. I can't remember his name. The guy from space, the alien man.
Yeah, his name
It's something with a B, I think.
It's Boros.
Boros, yes.
Lord Boros. And that sets up, like... Because he's like, oh, I've been traveling everywhere, conquering all this world. Because he was also in the same situation, looking for an actual fight.
Right.
And Saitama, who's also looking for an actual fight, and not just one punching, insta-killing someone. And once again, spectacular fight. And he actually pulls in all the other S classes, so we get to see them fight.
Right.
And of course, the A class guy is just a dick to all of them.
I just love this show just because of how fun it is in general. Like, would watch again. Would recommend.
Does have another factor that's very important to me, and that's rewatchability, which I know is not an important factor for everybody. That's actually like, it's like characters.
The fact that it's so predictable, yet so enjoyable, is what makes it good. Well, for one, I don't think predictability is necessarily a bad thing. No. But I know some people do.
It can be. It can be based on...
Right, given the context. But like this show, it's obviously like, oh, he's going to defeat them in one punch. But the way it always goes about it, or like the stuff in between, is what makes it enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. Just not if you're a normal civilian, that's for sure.
Not if you're trying to live a normal-ass life.
And he has inspired me to do 100 push-ups a day, 100 sit-ups a day. I ain't doing the running part, though.
You can't become the One Punch Man if you only do...
the Two Punch Man, okay?
The Two Punch Man.
Almost as effective.
True.
Not as cool, but hell, I'll do the 2 punch instead of 1 punch. I ain't running.
I ain't running. You ain't gonna be fast. You'll just stand. You'll always be at a standstill. You're like, you guys gotta come to me.
Come to me and I'll 2 punch you.
I mean, you wanna go ahead and score it?
Yeah, we
Rate
can go
it?
ahead and jump in scores.
All right. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go
Yeah, I'll go
first?
first.
or-
I'm gonna drop. It's probably gonna be. I think we're gonna see a little bit of difference between us here. A 7.5. Or a 7. I float between a 7 and 7.5. Mostly because yes, it's a lot of fun, has great rewatchability. I think it's just missing kind of the story plot aspect to really be truly spectacular. We got all these characters in there. There's nothing really like driving them all. I don't know. It's just missing like that overarching plot besides just not one punch someone.
I can see that. I don't agree with it, but
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
see it.
I know.
I'd probably give it an 8.5. The whole, I feel like for what it is done exceptionally well. Like, obviously, there isn't too much story, but I think that's the whole point of it. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
the
that's
characters.
the whole point.
I love the music. I love the animation. I could rewatch it. I'd recommend it. It's super enjoyable. It gets me hype every episode. It gets me hype for season 2. It's
Also,
just,
after credit scenes knocks down my score a little bit too.
that
why
was
it can't be
annoying.
that high.
That was annoying. I wish they'd stop. It's really annoying to have to, because these are after credit scenes that like are relevant to like the
Exactly.
first of the next episode. Yeah, but I give it a solid 8.5. I just enjoyed it a fuck ton. Like
No, I enjoyed it a lot too.
there's not much to it, and I'm hyped for season 2, and I feel like it'll be just as good. Hopefully, no promises.
So, I mean, it does have quite a bit to live up to, and I feel like it should pull it off. I believe.
And Moomin Rider's a beast.
I don't know if I'd say these.
He is a symbol. He is a symbol of the hero. He's just weak as shit.
He's a regular guy. He needs to start doing some push-ups.
He does.
Instead of just crashing people, alright? You
Justice
might got the
crash.
stamina and the endurance, okay? But that ain't gonna help in a fight. You can't beat the other one, you can only run.
All right, enough criticizing Moomin Rider. That pretty much does it. That's our monthly review of One Punch Man.
Next month, I don't think we got something yet.
Oh, I honestly thought you were about to lay something down.
No, we've seen Hyoka come up in the comments a couple times. That's a possibility.
Seen what?
Hyoka.
Oh, yeah.
Hyoka. It's come up in the comments like a couple times. That's a possibility. If there's other suggestions you want to throw at us, maybe we come up with something. Who knows? We don't have anything planned at the moment.
Well, we'll figure
So
it
lay
out.
it on us if you have something you want to see us do.
Right. Oh yeah. Give us the One Punch spiel.
One punch! Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be punched every time we upload. Let us know what you thought about One Punch Man, what you would give it a score, what you didn't like, anything like that. This is a show review, so spoilers away. It's fine, which is not typically fine. But for here,
I mean, you're a bit late.
it is,
you're a bit
because we've seen it all.
You're a bit late. Need to take that part and put it at the very beginning. It's gonna be a spoiler
True,
review.
we probably should have said something in the beginning.
Hey, it's
Full
implied.
spoilers.
It's
It is
implied.
implied. And that does it. So until next time, or next month, peace out.
See ya.